What is up, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. It's Tuesday. That means DC books are hitting shelves, and we're here today to take a look at what came out, what I picked up. I've already read through a lot of them. There's a lot of cool stuff to talk about, as well as do it's a really big DC Day giveaway today. There was a lot of cool books. I had a hard time choosing, so I got them all. So don't go anywhere. Check this out. As always, a huge shout out to Big Time Collectibles. The homies over there are always doing amazing things. Check them out at their website. Follow them on social media, dropping cool stuff constantly. And if you need anything clean or press, my friend Justin can take care of you. The link is in the description to all the people I just mentioned, as well to the local comic shop, ABX Comics and Games, that's the shop I go to where I pick up my books every week. There's links in the description to find, and hit those up, check them out. And let's start getting into it. But first, I'm going to do this because it is all my kids are at school right now. It's so weird. This is my first day off of work where both of my kids are in school, and I don't know how I feel about it. There we go. Just a little bit of ambient noise to keep my brain occupied. There we go. Don't need it too loud. If that's too loud, sound off in the comment section. Let me know. All right, so here we go. Let's say hey to some of the people in the chat. Clocking in early per usual is the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only Las Cruces, 1971. What is going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well today. Channel member William Wilson throwing those custom emojis. What's going on, William? Hope you're having a good day. J-Med, what is up with you? That Superman is so sick. I'm assuming you're talking about the thumbnail image by the master himself, John Jang, one of my favorite modern cover artists. Been following him since super early in his comic book career. But I love it when he gets a direct cover. I always pick up multiple copies of it and then just stash away the extra and spread them out as time goes on. And there'll be one in the giveaway today for sure. Good morning from New Mexico. Good afternoon from New Georgia over here. Collecting with Durs, my man, what is going on, brother? Some DC hangout to help me get through the work, baby. Let's go. Boom. Adventurous Joe is in the building. What is going on, brother? How are you doing today? Beckerman likes comics. You started early. I suspect foul play. I did start early. I did. My Tuesday streams are never written in stone. And I'd set up, when you set these streams, you have to put in a time when you set them. And I put in 1 o'clock just as a generic one. And it turns out that I was close. So 12:45 was the magic number. My wife headed to go pick Monkey up from her little preschool thing. And they had to run, do an errand that I am not a part of. So it was like, there's a window. There we go. I'll be home by myself. I'll hang out with the boys on the YouTube channel. So here we are. No foul plays in order, just sadness. So I'm here in this quiet house. Phil Ailing, what is going on? That's a previous multiple time winner of this stream's giveaway. So good luck to Phil and everybody else in the chat. We'll go through the chat, then I'll show you guys what we'll be giving away today. Freedom. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Dark Side Raider, what is going on, homie? Good morning from California. Ooh, that's a long piece of light. Yeah, it's still definitely morning over there. And that also reminds me, everybody that picked up a copy of the exclusive variant that me and the other Illuminati members did, this is the metal one, so it doesn't really show up well. Anyone who picked up one of those, they all mailed out today. Tracking numbers have been sent. And Superman Blue just took a nosedive. But if you didn't see where I sent the tracking number, be sure to check your contact information where we spoke and all that good stuff. Mark is a scroll. I might be. You're going to stick around and find out. So hit that subscription button and turn on notification bell so you do not miss the video where I reveal if I am. Daredevil NYC is in the building. Hope everyone and their fams are doing well. Hey all. Yeah, we're doing fantastic over here. Doing fantastic. Dr. Von Hoot, good afternoon to you, good sir. Boom, 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 boom. Scrolling down, trying to miss anybody. Blue Hellion Comics is in the building. Some awesome DC talk while making final plans before seeing Less Than Jake this evening. I'm assuming that's a band, Less Than Jake. Sounds familiar. But good afternoon to you, Dan. I know yelling or household noises is definitely a scroll. Listen up, imposter. You bring back this family and I won't pursue you. Exactly. KBDM, what is going on? Hope you're having a good afternoon. Brian LCS is in the building again. Shout out to Brian. He's got the finalists that were nominated for the Comic Book Community Awards he hosts. That'll be going up later this month. So be sure to follow Brian. And if you're not a fan of the Comic Book Community Awards, follow Brian and send him directly all your grievances. He appreciates all the feedback. I can't wait to get my exclusive in the mail. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Adam Beckerman there. Yep. Throwing out the haze to everybody. So let's get into it. Warm up the hands. It's a fantastic week for books. To be honest with you guys, since this Night Terrors event took off and I committed to reading 100% of it, it's been a really good week every week. I've just got a lot of good stuff to read because they didn't let us down. They definitely did not let us down. So, per usual, I've got some Night Terror variants that we'll be giving away because it's just that time of the year. DC's doing Night Terror. So we have this beautiful, beautiful Nightwing right here. It kind of pairs with the Nightwing #1 they did. The same design on Nightwing and everything. Has nothing to do with the interior of the book, but it's still a really cool image. That's a Francesca Mattina cover. So I know if Beckerman wins, that's definitely going in his Forever PC. And then this is a variant cover by Ejirku or something. I can't pronounce it, but Punchline. And these are all #2s. They're just 2-part tie-ins for all these characters for this event. And we'll also be giving away this really gorgeous what is that last name? Tula Latte Catwoman. That's wicked. Definitely a gorgeous cover there. And because it's the Jang Gang around here, we've got that amazing Superman Jang cover. Crush that. I love the way that he does his suit. It always reminds me of like the Nick Cage suit that you can see like the making of stuff for that movie that never came to be. But yeah, super, super cool. So all 4 of those will be given away today. That's all happening. Let's talk about the DC books. Let's do that. So I have gone through and I've read all of these except for the White Knight Presents Joker. So we'll start with that one. So, man, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not a hugest fan of like these non-Sean Gordon Murphy written books for this universe. So it just feels like filler stuff. So the premise of this whole story is the Joker has kids that never met him because he was the Joker. Then he ended up dying and everything. But he has an AI, like his whole consciousness was downloaded on AI, but not the consciousness of the Joker, the consciousness of Jack, like good guy Joker. And that AI has taken over some stuff and presented itself to his kids so they can take them around and show them who he really was, his good side. And along this journey, they're finding out that there really wasn't a good side to him, and they're running into trouble along the way. In the end of the last issue, it looked like Mr. Freeze pops up at the end. And in this universe, Mr. Freeze is not necessarily a bad guy. He's kind of reformed. And I do like the way he's drawn on this cover. Sean Gordon Murphy is not doing the interior, so he doesn't look as cool on the inside. And his wife is writing these. Katana Collins is writing them. So she's really close to the concept, and she's got the universe down pat. It's just not as just not as good. And I don't want to say it's bad writing because it's not. It's just like the regular White Knight universe stuff is like shocking. It's like hard hitting. It's relentless. And this is just kind of, but there's some really good stuff in here along the way. Like we are getting more exposure to characters like Diana Prince. They teased the Justice League at the end of the last main volume. So there's a lot that I'm looking for inside of this book, and it's the reason why I'm still picking it up. And plus I have all the other White Knight Presents stuff in it. It is under Black Label, so it does fall under that more adult themed stuff. But yeah, it's going to be different mileage for different folks on that one. Derek Cavan, how are you doing today? Good to see you. Gary Woods popped in the chat. What is going on, Gary? Is anyone else reading the White Knight Presents Generation Joker? What are your thoughts on it? If you are, definitely like to hear some feedback on that one. So let's hit Superman next. Let's definitely do that. So for those that don't know, I mentioned it earlier. I do pick up multiple copies of these direct covers when Jang does a direct cover. So one will go in the giveaway today. One's going in my Jang box, and then the other 3 will get given away throughout the time. But the Superman one was to be honest with you guys, like really solid. And there's the A cover for it. Joshua Williamson, who's crafting the entire Night Terrors event, has been the one that's still been writing Superman. So he's really close to what he's got going on. And in that first issue, we kind of get it's kind of like how a lot of them have been like showcasing Superman with a lot of Easter eggs to his past and everything, and his terror being presented to him, that in the end he'll be the last one there. Like everyone and everything around him will die, and eventually he'll be like a doom bringer of a sort. And we see at the end of the first issue, out of nowhere, Kara busts into his nightmare with like an army of zombie Supergirls chasing her. And this one starts off kind of touching on what's going on with Kara and why she's gotten brought into here, and if there's really any relevance or importance to being able to hop nightmares, which, I mean, if you've been reading Night Terrors at all, spoiler alert, like there's really not. A lot of the stuff that looks like it's big or important inside these little two-parters are just really contained to them. They're not really bleeding over into the main story, but it does add a lot of little details along the way that are really, really cool. So all the tie-ins I've read, for the most part, I'd say about 80% of them have been no regret with reading them. But this one was super dope. I like the way they brought that team together with Kara and Cal and them kind of going through this nightmare together. And everyone in all of these tie-ins, of course, are waking up in the second issue. So it's really just like that first issue that's a setup, and the second issues for all of them are just them getting to their wake-up point. And it's really staging the big final battle. We have one more Night Terror book next week, and then after that we have the finale. So we'll see how it all plays out. They've done fantastic things with this series. The Night Terror proper story is ridiculously cool. We found that Deadman finally found the Nightmare Stone before Insomnia could. We still don't know what's going on with Insomnia, like why he's like so mad at the Justice League. We do know that he lost his family. He was doing the grief counseling thing. He cut his own eyelids off. He completely blames the JSA or JLA for the death of his family, and he wants this Nightmare Stone to get the power it has to just continuing his reign of terror against the heroes of this earth. But we don't know why he's blamed him, what it was that happened. But the next issue of Night Terrors promises to show us what that is through the lens of Deadman, and Deadman even feeling conflicted on like whose side he kind of falls on after hearing what happens. The telephone booth and change from Bryant to couching and slouching. What is going on, my man? What is going on, brother John? Oh yeah, now I see it. There it is. Yeah. What's up, Scott? How are you doing today? Hope you were doing good. Yeah, it starts subjectively. 1 o'clock is subjective. Who knows? It did start at 1 o'clock somewhere. Just not here. Not here. Dale of Suspense. What is happening? Dale was just on, I think it was S182's channel last night. Be sure to check him out over there on that. Happy New DC Day to you as well. What is going on, Trev? Good day. Good day. Hello. Hello. Maybe his family were criminals. Quite possibly. I thought that was a cool twist with the Nemesis story, with like his parents getting killed, but you found out they were serial killers and drug dealers. Night Terrors has been pretty decent. Yeah, I 100% agree. It actually shocked me how decent it's been. And I've been hearing a lot of, I watch other people's review stuff. I don't watch bigger channels, but like I've been keeping up with Nick the Comic Nerd reviewing stuff and stuff like that. And a lot of people are talking about how much fun they're having checking out like a story focused on Deadman or Wesley Dodds, because this is their first time reading stories with those characters, which I completely agree. We don't get enough focus on a lot of characters, and it's completely refreshing, and it's getting a very, very positive response from fans. Ryan Riley, what is going on? Glad you can make it. I subbed to Fat Stacks and saw his video. Very cool. Yeah, Rob is one of the good ones. That's my buddy right there. All right, next up, I picked up, like I showed y'all, the Catwoman one. This was an interesting premise that they did with Catwoman's nightmare. Like she's like hanging out in Gotham, hanging out with her sister, who's like a nun and a crime fighter on the side. And they revealed in the first issue where this new criminal was on the scene, and he's dressed like a clown, and it was the Joker, but with that kind of time places it. Like Catwoman has all of her memories, and it's current day Catwoman, but she's put into a Gotham where Joker's just now hitting the scene, as well as the first appearance of Batman hitting the scene. So she's actually taking Batman through the city and everything, and kind of giving him the ins and outs of what's happening and the importance of stopping Joker and who and what he really is. And they kind of just pick up that ball and just continue with it in this one. It wasn't my favorite. It's well done. I I don't find myself caring too much about following Selena Kyle on her misadventures and stuff. It's one of those ones that if you're reading Catwoman already, I'm sure this is a great issue. It clearly calls back to other stuff that's been going on in her run and stuff. And as someone who's not just picking that up normally month to month, it just doesn't have that weight. So it's definitely one for the Catwoman fan. So if you are a Catwoman reader, the Night Terror ones are probably must reads. The 1 p.m. start time was part of Mark's night terror, so he panicked and woke up early. Exactly. What is Catwoman always in weird poses? I guess it's just a kitty in her, bro. It's just a kitty in her. I'm borderline getting Sandman when it comes out due to night terrors. Yeah, I'm 100% getting Sandman because it's part of the new Golden Age banner as well. You know, we had that new Golden Age 80-page one-shot. Then they launched the new Justice Society series, which is easily one of my favorite comic books that is coming out right now. And then they did the Stargirl 6-issue Lost Children story, which was fantastic. And now they announced Jay Garrett Flash, which will give us the Judy story in there. They've got Wesley Dodd Sandman, which now we know why he's back. Alan Scott Green Lantern, which why we don't always have an Alan Scott Green Lantern story going, I have no clue. And then there's even one more. There's 4 of them that they announced, I believe. Wesley, Alan, Jay, and one other one. But I'm getting all of those JSA books, every one of them. Catwoman looks very nice on that cover. Yeah, they did a fantastic job with the art. I would try to pronounce the name again, but I'm not capable. I'm terrible at names. I butcher them. I'm getting the Catwoman Batman Gotham War when it comes out. I mean, I am by proxy or just automatically. I mean, it's going to be taking place in the pages of Batman. I'm going to be skipping the individual Catwoman issues that are tied into it. And I hope it's not done like how Joshua Williamson did, like the Shadow War, where it's literally have to go from Batman to Catwoman. But I'm just going to be reading the Batman stuff. Not a huge into what's going on in Batman right now. I couldn't care less about the Gotham War. I'm more of a fan of what Ron V is doing with Detective Comics. There's an entire epic. There's a saga happening in Detective Comics for like the soul of Gotham right now, and it has just been fantastic. If you enjoyed what Philip Kennedy Johnson did with Superman in the War World saga, you should be reading Ron V's Detective Comics Noctura saga. It is ridiculously good. Both Marvel and DC have some really good events around ideas and some really stupid. Bring back Ultimate Universe, Dream Attack. Yeah, they definitely hit or miss. Definitely hit or miss. The Lazarus Planet was a miss. Comic Cap Collectibles, what is happening? But without Lazarus Planet, we wouldn't have this Night Terror event. So it all matters, I guess. I really want to get into JSA, but those dang delays. Yeah, dude, it's part of it, dude. Jeff Johns is going to delay. He's not going to delay Stargirl because that's his pride and joy. But it is what it is at this point. I just read what comes out. They're easy to remember from issue to issue. But it's been really, really good. I really love Tim Drake and Jason Todd, Night Terrors, and Robin. They would make an interesting team for a mini. I think we're going to see, like, instead of a team, division amongst those two going into the Gotham War. I'm pretty sure that Jason Todd's going to be siding with Catwoman, and I'm not sure where the other ones are going to go. But I reviewed that one already, so, I mean, you can talk spoilers on that one. But it wasn't really my jam. It was another one of the ones that was well done enough. And I'm a huge Jason Todd fan, but I think just because the stories in these Night Terror tie-ins are in a big way used as like introduction points. A lot of people jumped on these titles with this whole Dawn of DC issue number 1s across the board that they were doing. So there's a lot of new readers to these titles, and they're using them to kind of highlight the character and focus on some things that are important to them based off old stories and stuff, and highlight moments through their past through the lens of like nightmares and failures and stuff like that. So I get why they do it, but the whole Jason Todd dealing with nobody loves me, and Tim Drake like, oh, am I worthy to be a Robin? It's just the same stories they've done over and over, the same little problems for them to get over that they've gotten over, they've handled it, they've dealt with it, but here they are again, re-dealing with it. Brainiac and Icon at Hardware, Golden Age, Brainiac was an Icon at Hardware. That's pretty wild. That would be Brainiac's a big player coming up in a couple of books. I enjoyed the first Catwoman book. Yeah, it was again. I just don't care for Catwoman. It was well done. The Immortal one is in the building. Biggie Shack, what is happening, my dude? Bring back Amalgam. Yeah, that would be fun. They need to do another Amalgam event. Freebird, what is happening? Hope you're doing good today. I would definitely be down for another Amalgam event. Been collecting Detective since issue 1000. Yeah, so there's been some good stuff that's going on with Detective. I tell people all the time, like Batman gets used as like one of those like hot flipper books. They always want to do new characters. They always want to do events, and it just really waters it down. You know, we had the whole designer thing, then the Joker War, then Fear itself. Now we're about to get into the Gotham War. Just one thing after the other, and all these characters and all these events, and they all amount to nothing. But then you go over to Detective Comics, and it's just telling consistently good Batman stories, nonstop. They even did like the Arkham Tower Shadow of the Bat 12 issue little week by week thing, which was really fun. But yeah. Mark, I know it's not DC, but how's the Transformers reading going? I actually just took a picture of 4 issues of issues 9 through 12 to do my little YouTube post with my breakdown on it. It's going good. I've got issue 13 sitting right behind the camera. No, it's right next to me. Already pulled it up. I got issue 13 out of the bag and board, just sitting here, getting ready to dive into it this afternoon. I'm absolutely loving volume 1 of Transformers. I'm interested to see if Megatron can make a comeback after Shockwave just embarrassed him so badly in that last arc. But that volume 1 is fantastic. The collecting of them is going good. I got some stuff over here to open. It's a Transformer Universe 1 through 4 and the first G.I. Joe Transformer 1 through 4 crossover. So all the volume 1 stuff is pretty much gotten, except for those really high number issues in the first run that are really expensive for a single comic. And but dude, they're so fun to read. So good. I appreciate you asking. And I don't know if y'all saw, but I built this, me and the kids. I posted in the YouTube shorts, I think it was 5 shorts that we took. This is one of those build it yourself model toy type things. And it's super articulated, super detailed. And me and the kids ordered the Optimus Primal one and put it together. So as soon as we got done with that one, I ordered Optimus Prime, and I'm about to order the Bumblebee. They made those 3. So yeah, Transformer stuff is always going good in this household, especially with the kids. Lee Newman, what is going on? I don't mind a robust story arc, but big to go bananas with how many books you have to get on some of those events. Absolutely agree. That's why I think the mileage thing makes such a difference. Like, think back to what it was just like 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. I think December might be 3 or 4 years. I don't know, but that last Death Metal was fantastic. Death Metal was really, really well done. And after it started, they kept announcing more tie-ins to it. And it was not an event where you could skip the tie-ins. Like, I've never seen tie-ins so important to the main story in any event ever than I have with Death Metal. I know so many people bailed from that. You'd end up having like 57 issues to read just for a 7-issue event, which is too much, way too much for people people like myself, who I'm going to dive into them anyways, just because that's just what I do. That's too much to expect of people. But then there's the flip side, when you do an event and the tie-ins mean nothing at all. And then that's why I'm enjoying what they're doing with Night Terrors. This seems like it was so well crafted. Like, you have in total 43 Night Terror books. It would be 44 if you know about Brave and the Bold #4 that releases next week, that has a Stormwatch mini story in it that is a Night Terror tie-in, but it's not solicited as one, but it will be in there if you care to read them all. But this one, they're not needed. If you already pick up the book, you're already collecting Superman, you're already collecting Wonder Woman, it releases and you can read it and you can get like more bang for your buck, and it adds to it, elevates the main story. Nothing about the main story is contingent upon anything happening in any of these tie-ins, but 100% of these tie-ins are adding a little element to the concepts behind the main story, to like this dreamscape not just simply being them being asleep. It's an actual physical place that Constantine had only thought was a myth and stuff like that, and levels to all of it. That's the interesting part. I think they're doing so well with it. Some of them hit harder than others. Some of them are just, if you like the character, enjoy reading a story about your character kind of thing. So this was a good balance in this one. And I also like that they took a 6-issue event, because it's 4 issues of Night Terror and they bookend it. 6-issue event and release the whole thing in a 2-month time. So you're not like burning out your audience. Get in, get out. It's kind of like the Future State model or the Lazarus Planet model. Except Lazarus Planet was just, it didn't do its job at all. Like it just did not land on much at all. If I could change one thing, I'd bring back Silver Age headers. Yeah, Silver Age headers are dope. Like just all the trade dress and words on them and stuff. House of L Comics is in the building. What is going on, brother? I hope you're doing good today. Hope you are doing well. People's doing the saying, the hellos, all that. Pops Attic is in the chat. What is going on? Greetings to you, big guy. Greetings to you. Optimus Build was fire. Yeah, 5 parts of it, just like little fast-paced. Got some music playing on them, just watching how it all comes together like butt cheeks. It was really fun. Next up, we have Punchline number 2. So this was one of my gripes. I was griping going into Night Terrors. I didn't want to pick up Catwoman. I didn't want to pick up Punchline. Nobody cares about Angel Breaker. And I loved the first issue of Punchline. It was just such a well-written, well-crafted story. It was fantastic. And I was wondering what they were going to do with it from this point, because like what they wrote about in the first one was really limited to just that point. We kind of passed the point of like the interesting part of it in that first issue. Like she was kind of dealing with the feelings of succeeding, of accomplishing her goal, taking out Batgirl and getting access to the Watchtower. And just that like self-reflection she was going through was just fantastic. So in this one, they just kind of take that same complex, detailed, in-depth writing and focus it on a different aspect of her. And I still enjoy this a lot. And whoever did the art in here, I don't know who it is, something Meyer, could give Bruno Redondo a run for their money with the page layouts and the panel layouts, because it was very creative, very original, and it was very fun to follow along. So again, Punchline landed for me. So shocking. I will not be picking Punchline up from here, though. I'm done with the Punchline until we get a proper Harley versus Punchline. I've been waiting on Harley to off this character since she's shown up, and it just hasn't happened yet. I don't know why. I got the Blue Beetle Walmart exclusive trade paperback with an exclusive poster inside of it, along 4 packs of 7 comics in each. Yep, we finally have comic packs in our store again. Yeah, I haven't seen them in ours in a while. I need to check next time I'm there. I do have all the McFarlane figures for the movie. So I put up 2 of them already in the shorts videos, and Carapax is coming out tomorrow. The kids are very, very ready for me to open that one and do that, so they can have the toy and go to town. But yeah, I'm excited for the Blue Beetle movie. I don't expect it to do good, but I think it'll be fun. I think it'll definitely be fun. I did skip out on all the Blue Beetle variants today. I already had other stuff I was giving away, but there's some really, really cool Blue Beetle variants this month. I'm going to go cut grass, but I'll be listening. I'm guessing the hashtag, if I win something, Becker, please. It's hashtag We Are Legion every week. Try to do that. I'll be sure to give it to Becker though. Super cool. I'll be glad to reread Transformers if you need a sounding board. I was reading G.I. Joe from 1, but jumped to the crossover 138 when G2 Transformers came to their world. Fun stuff. I'll get there. I've got a lot of those. I guess it's G2 Transformer comics, like where it kicked back off of the number 1, like the Chrome Optimus face cover, and it's like hardcore. It goes really hardcore after that. Nicholas, what is going on? Hope you're doing good today. Hope. Not bad guesses. Almost there with that one, though. Almost there. Hashtag We Are Legion in the chat. I typically use that one just because I know people can't say the whole time. That Optimus is sweet. I do appreciate it. Yes, sir. The Yellow Park Transformers Rise of the Beast kits. Nice. My Prime is still on pre-order with Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, I'm ordering mine straight from Japan. I was looking at the Optimus Primal and noticed like, these people aren't selling these anytime soon. Then I found the place in Japan that actually sells them, and they'll go ahead and send them to you. If you just get them straight from the source, they're like, here you go. You can have it. Free shipping too. They don't charge you shipping from Japan. I'm like, that's nice of them, sweethearts. I was unfamiliar with the YOLO build of figure until he showed his. I have built the flame model kits, Starscream, OP, versus 2, and Megatron. Yeah, the older ones that they did are a lot more expensive. There's some that I was looking at from other characters I would have loved to have. Man, they're tough. They are tough. The real James Willie's in the building. What is going on, brother? Hope you're doing good today. Checkerboard DC headers were iconic. They were. 32 watching, 22 likes. Come on, yeah, Hulk smash that like button. It helps in the eternal battle against the YouTube algorithm. So next up, this is probably my least favorite Night Terror book other than Poison Ivy. Like Poison Ivy was trash. I mean, it just wasn't good, period. Wasn't well written, wasn't well presented. Like it was not a good book. I don't care what anyone says. Like it if you want. I can dislike it if I want. I think it was trash. This one, it's very similar. It's just not fun. It's not enjoyable. It's not entertaining. It seemed extra long. I don't know why it seemed so long. Like Punchline's a $4.99 cardstock B cover. This is a $5.99 cardstock B cover, and it felt like it wouldn't quit. It just went on forever. Beautiful cover, and I know a lot of people liked it. I don't know. I'm the outlier on this one, but it was the whole concept was his nightmare is he kills Batman. He goes to Arkham Asylum for it. He's in the nut house, and he's just trying to get out of a nut house. It's just, I don't know. It just wasn't anything. Wasn't anything enjoyable to me. It was, I'll give it to him. It was interesting. They kind of go deep in on the character toward the end of the book, and they kind of dive into his past a little bit. It was kind of cool, kind of fun, but it just kind of, that bird don't fly. That bird don't fly. It crashed like his parents did. Oh, man. Horrible Halloween Tulsa comic book swap Sunday, October 29th from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. 10 to 5 p.m. foyer area and all that stuff. $50 comic only vendor spots and 2 spots remain of 23. $3 admission. And he's not going to, does it tell you where in there? Glenpool Conference Center. There it is at the Glenpool Conference Center. Speaking of, has anyone here seen the 4-inch Blue Beetle figures? Where? We don't have Targets here. Yeah, they do. I've seen them at Target, I think. And they might have them at Walmart too. It's like the standard, like Mattel or whatever it is, release figures. The Flash was great. I didn't expect it to be good at all. Talking about the movie, I think a lot of people's negativity on it kind of, if you waited to watch it, like Morbius. Everyone was making fun of Morbius. When I finally watched it, I had an absolute blast watching it. Was it a good movie? No, it was absolutely terrible, but I had so much fun watching it. Flash was just mid. It was ridiculously mid. It was billed and slated and hyped as like one of the best superhero movies made. And no, unless you're getting close to that, people are just going to drag that movie, and they did. And you can tell from the box office numbers, most people that were complaining about that movie didn't even see it. Yeah, that's where they typically were for us as well. They just hadn't had them in a while. I hadn't even had the boxes. I bet Blue Beetle does better than expected. The expectations are so low. Yeah, with them as low as they are, they're like 25 million domestic opening. That's crazy. You're the tops, Biggie. I think Blue Beetle will do better than the Flash. The merch they are selling at the theater is cool for it. Yo, I saw where Jeremy Adams posted. He has the Beetle bug. He has Blue Beetle's flying car. You know, the bug. He got that from a theater. Like it looks like a toy, like a legit toy. McFarlane didn't make one. If he would have, I would have bought it. But now I want to go find what theater. I think he said it was like AMC Theater he got it from, which we don't have here. We have Georgia Theater Company and Regal Theater Companies here. Hello, guacamole fans. That's funny you say that. I was thinking about guacamole earlier today, going to get some for dinner. For those that dislike guacamole, you haven't lived. I 100% agree. 100% agree. Yes, I'm currently eating guacamole. Chris, hope you're having a good day, my friend. What is going on? Appreciate that. Yeah, that is my fault for being early. I was late because I just finished cutting. We know you just finished cutting the grass, Pops, because it's daytime. Started melting, had to hurry and get finished. Yeah, it is hot out there. Almost died cutting the grass Sunday. Story might be trash, but the cover is fire. Exactly. Let's move over to one real quick that the cover is fire and the story is fire as well. And that's Night Terror's Wonder Woman #2. This beautiful cover by Jay Lee. And yes, that is the A cover. You did not have to fork out the extra $1 to get the sweet art. Man, Jay Lee he just knows how to do work. Like he's a fantastic artist. And just like looking at this reflection nightmare of herself, like merging with her, just super creepy. This one was really cool. The Wonder Woman one is pretty much a Justice League Dark story. And you have like the full cast of characters there. You know, Wonder Woman has a great history with the Justice League Dark team, so it's definitely fitting. It's fair to have them there. And definitely enjoyed this one a lot. They were in the labyrinth under the Hall of Justice, just like some of the other characters have been. And they're dealing with their nightmares inside of there. Without getting into spoilers, there's really nothing else to say there other than Wonder Woman goes deep on facing her nightmares. And I'm ready for more Justice League Dark over anything. Ron V did that fantastic story. They left us on red, knowing that Merlin pretty much beast moded him, and he's still on a warpath trying to take out all the magic in the DCU. And we haven't seen him for like a year now. So there needs to be some kind of giant magic-based event where all these characters are trying to stop Merlin, because he's still out there, and they haven't retconned that or nothing like that. Even when we saw Justice League Dark and Dark Crisis, they were licking their wounds from the fight and everything. So where's Merlin? That's what we need to know. Flash is better than Morbius, but should have been better. Morbius was always going to be dull. Yeah, 100% agree. 100% agree. I have a Beetle ship from the Batman series of toys, I think. Brave and Bold. It has removable limbs. That's dope. Super dope. I enjoyed the Flash, but then again, I enjoyed Secret Invasion. Yeah, enough said. Yeah. I mean, if people can find enjoyment, I think it's awesome when people can find enjoyment and stuff. Like, I find enjoyment in bad stuff all the time, but I recognize it as bad. You know, like, there's a huge difference between people saying, oh, this was awesome because I liked it. No, you liked it. It doesn't have to be like award worthy anything for you to like it. Like, I'm a huge, like, Sharknado. Sharknado is not a good movie, but man, it's fun. What is going on, Brandon? Hope you're doing good. Haven't seen you in a while. I'll pop in over there and check out what you got going on with the Looney Tunes stuff from time to time. I see you're doing good with your channel as well. If you're a fan of Looney Tunes, Brandon's the guy. Brandon's the guy to follow. Be sure to check him out. And Looney Tunes is also a Warner Brothers property, who also owns DC Comics. I'll get to 105 here, but we barely have any grass to cut, probably because it's so hot. I don't understand how the grass grows in this heat, but then I look at the humidity. I'm like, okay, that's how it does it. Decal with Roscoe. What is up, brother? We do be Legion, don't we? That dog don't hunt. I have 1821 now. Wow. Moving fast. I like it. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. You like Secret Invasion. He's a scroll. Get him. Exactly. So let's see. I think I got one more book, and we're just over the 30-minute mark, so that's perfect timing. And man, this right here is definitely one of my favorite DC comic books. It drops every month, and it's Mark Waid, cover by Dan Moore on this one. Dan did not do the interiors, and this is World's Finest, issue number 18. We just wrapped up the Super Amazo War that went on. It was pretty much an event, tons of guest characters, and that's one of the coolest things about this book. You get so many guest characters. And this issue, it looks like a layover issue. They've done that between every arc ending and the next one starting. And in this one, we're looking at the secret origin of the World's Finest team. We're going back in time a little bit farther because this title does take place in a very unspecific time in the past, so they can tell whatever story they want. Dick Grayson is Robin for time context. But we're going back to the first time Superman and Batman teamed up on a case. And I thought this was going to be a one-off layover issue, but it's not. This is not just a one and done. So this will continue for at least one more issue. I do know that we have coming the Kingdom Come covers, because I saw those solicited. So I'm not sure when that one's coming, but we're getting a Kingdom Come event, and Boy Thunder will be coming back to the title. So I'm wondering if this will just be like a 3-issue story to get us to there. We'll see. But I love this title. Fantastic book. And I can't remember what all is coming out tomorrow. I know that I have Ghost Rider issue 18, which is the second part of the what's it called? Something of Vengeance. Weapons of Vengeance, a crossover with Wolverine and Ghost Rider. It'll be the first crossover issue inside of the pages of Ghost Rider. They had the alpha issue last week. Void Rivals will also be coming out tomorrow. I'm excited, really excited for that. I'm still at about an 11 out of 10 for the whole Energon universe. Just really cool stuff. Mad respect, what is going on, my friend? I sent you your tracking info today. Foghorn Leghorn, that is a good one. I'm a Marvin the Martian guy, but there's countless good ones. No Bull, I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan. Yeah, we like Scooby-Doo here too. Definitely a good one. Taz, there we go. That's my brother's favorite Looney Tune, was always the Tasmanian Devil. Yep. So everybody go ahead and put in hashtag We Are Legion into the chat, and we'll get this giveaway tool pulled up and give people some time to get entered. Let me see. Let me find it. I think it's right here. Is this it? Boom. That is it. There it is. Wow, the chat just flooded that. Can't wait for Void Rivals number 3. Going to read that 1 minute past midnight. Oh, wow. And your midnight is so much quicker than mine. Boom. Yep, there we go. Put that in. We Are Legion. Who was the red long-haired dude from Bugs Bunny? God, he had a name. Brandon would know. Brandon. Who was the red-haired monster thing from the Bugs Bunny cartoon? He did all you could see was like his eyes and his shoes and his gloves. Who was that character? The red furry monster with the white glove. Yeah, that guy. Who is that? Was good at baseball. Just got just got here. Shout out to Yosemite Sam. Yeah, there you go. I'm looking through the chat. Nobody's put the name of that monster in there yet. Brandon, what's the name of that monster? No, you like the leg show. There it is. Appreciate it, Brandon. Gossamer. There we go. Boom. You are the man, Brandon. I appreciate that. Elmer Fudd, that's a good one. Yo, have any of y'all ever read the DC Universe Looney Tune crossovers? It was a series of one-shots. They have and I don't even know if all of them were just Looney Tunes. Like I know they did Hanna-Barbera as well, like an Aquaman crossover with Jabberjaw, but there was the Batman one he crossed over with Elmer Fudd, and Tom King wrote it, and it was like this total like detective noir type thing where Elmer Fudd was looking for like his missing love kind of deal, and she was like a femme fatale. And he went into like this speakeasy, and the bartender's name was Bugs, and it was just this greasy dude with these really buck teeth. Yeah, yes, thank you, Jason. Elmer Fudd versus Batman was next level, dude. It was insane, absolutely insane. A lot of those are really good, but I gotta tell you that one shot right there stood leaps and bounds above the rest. That was another good one. Becker owns a page from the Joker Daffy Duck crossover. Dude, I can imagine Daffy Duck actually being wild enough to drive the Joker mad. Like he would be the one. He would definitely be the one. Elmer Fudd Batman was wonderful. That book is awesome. Yeah, so people seen it. People seen it. This is a solo dolo show. This is just me hanging out with the chat, man. Just hanging out with the chat. That might be my favorite flex ever, Beckerman. Yeah, interesting flex, but I can agree that's probably one of his better ones. Let me see how many people we got. 41 watching. We got 37 entered. If you have not put hashtag We Are Legion, throw it in there one more time. And if you already put it in there, throw it in there again. Maybe it missed you. Who knows? Read Flash, Speed Buggy, and Black Lightning, Hong Kong Phooey. Both of those sound good. I haven't read either of those. Too Tasty, what is going on? Okay, gonna give it a read. Thanks for the info, peeps. Yeah, and if any of y'all have the DC Universe app, I'm sure that you can probably find them on there. I say that, but maybe not since it's a crossover. I know that a lot of other like Avengers Justice League crossover that Perez did is not on there. The Amalgam stuff is not on there. Marvel versus DC is not on there. So when they cross over with other companies, I don't know if they have to jump through more hoops. But being that they own Looney Tunes, I don't know if it would be as difficult. You know, it's not under the same. It's not the same arm, but it's under the same umbrella. So maybe it's on the app. Maybe not. The app is fantastic. What is going on? All right, let's spin this bad boy. Then we'll get up out of here. We got one. We caught one more entry. We're up to 38 entries. So let me let people see what they're going to win again. I guess that'd be a thing because some people might have just jumped in. So the giveaway for today. This is a weekly giveaway. I'm here every Tuesday looking at new books, hanging out, talking, and all that good stuff. and just chatting with you guys. And I do a new DC Day giveaway every Tuesday. And this week we have the variant for Punchline. I try to do as many cover buys for this giveaway as possible because I know not everybody reads DC, but it's a good opportunity to get a cool cover and read it if you want. You might get into something you didn't know you'd enjoy. We got Nightwing, Catwoman, and Night Terror Superman. That John Jane goodness. If you're a channel member, you have access to that Jane Gang custom emoji. Definitely consider hitting that join and becoming a channel member. So this giveaway is about to be taken off right here. So it's free shipping anywhere in the world if you are a channel member. That's just the golden rule I've lived by since I started doing this. And if you're not a channel member, it's free shipping in the continental United States. Outside of that, you have to hit me up and I'll let you know what the difference in shipping would be from what I would cover versus how much it costs to get to you. Like I'm not shipping to Antarctica for free. It's not a thing. I just shipped out 15 packages a day. It gets expensive. So let's see. The winner of today's is going to Flo Dameron all the way up in NYC. Big congrats to Flo. Hope you're doing good today. Yeah, Nightwing is dope. Yeah, I've been aiming to push this stream, man. This is the stream that I try to push. I know a lot of people like DC, but there's not as many people that do DC content, and it's kind of my favorite thing to talk about. That dude in Antarctica could use it. Yeah, we would have had to come together as a community to get it to him. Flo Dameron, congratulations. I'll get it shipped out to you next Tuesday, my guy, unless something magical happens and I can get by the post office I probably can. I potentially can. Now that Monkey started school, I still go to the same post office that I went to before I moved last year because the people are fantastic and I'm a people person. And her school's next to the post office, so she has schools on Fridays, so I might swing by there. We'll see. Otherwise, it'll just be a Tuesday thing. And yeah, it's still a long ways. So big congrats to Flo Dameron. Be sure to check him out here on YouTube at the Bada Boom Podcast. Him and his buddy have a really, really fun podcast. They got some cool creators that pop on and hang out with them and all that good stuff. He's good people's great supporter. He's also on Instagram and all that good stuff. So yeah, long time caller, first time winner. Yeah. I know Flo's excited for Blue Beetle. Is anyone else planning on hitting Blue Beetle up this weekend? I most certainly am. The live stream Sunday night at Weeks In. I do a full spoiler live stream every Sunday night about 8:30. Review all the books, shows, movies, news from the week. And this Sunday will definitely be reviewing and spoiling Blue Beetle. So hope it's good. Oh, the man. He has arrived. Remy Q Studios is in the building. What is going on? Hope you're doing good today. Yeah, everybody check out them Blue Beetles. Yeah, Blue Beetles since I went with the wife to Barbie. Dude, I loved Barbie. Sat there, got teary-eyed. Thought it was really, really good. Great universal messages without going overboard and just, it's not like, I was afraid it was like, from what I was hearing, it's going to be like an anti-man movie. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. It was just like a universal messages told through the perspective of a female. It was great. And Ken balanced so much stuff in it. It was cool. Just picture Pop taking a dog sled with the grandkids to deliver prizes. That's pretty much how it goes. I'm going to try and hit it this weekend if I can manage it. Yeah, do it, Joe. Got off work early and had to check out my dude. I appreciate you, Remy. Hope you had a good day at work. All right, guys. Well, we're going to make sure I won't lie. It was all right. I'm going to get down here and make sure I don't miss any of these. There we go. Got a video on Blue Beetle. Go figure, I'm late to the show. Just got back from a lunch break. I'm sorry, my dude. Don't worry. We'll be back here for the same show. Maybe the same time. Who knows on that one. Next week. Happy hunting to everybody. Don't think for a minute I wouldn't try it, Mike. Yeah, I definitely would. I can see him just shooting sparks on a sled with these 115-degree pavements out here. Cheers to you too, Dr. Von Hoot. Everybody, be sure to check out, hit the subscribe notification bell, and don't forget that you can win this CGC slab by watching my graded comic collection video series. I've been releasing them for the most part every Monday. Part 7 dropped yesterday, so check that video out. Enter to win that slab. It's been a fun series. highlighting all my graded comics in my collection, telling stories on them and all that good stuff. And I'll leave you with that. Until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.